once again, everybody, Thomas here. Thank you for joining me. SFF180, Monday, the 26th of January, and we are back with the mailbag. A pretty decent one this week, if I do say so myself. Would have liked for this to have been a much more productive week than it was, especially with so much rain going on. It rained and rained and rained and continued to rain all throughout the week, which ideally would have been really good reading time. Unfortunately, a few other things occupied my time out of necessity, but I did manage to get some reading done. So look for a new review very soon, and then some more during the week. But in the meantime, at least nothing was stolen this week that I know of by light-fingered postal agents. Thank you. Now, if you are new to the channel, because I've had a little flurry of new subscribers lately, the whole idea here is these are review copies I get from publishers. I have no idea what's in these packages. I rip them open, we find out together what they are, and then you tell me which looks most interesting and exciting to you, and which I should prioritize in the review queue. And for the first one, I'm going to open this big old annoying obnoxious vacuum sealed thing, which probably means it's a Hachette book. Well, this is very nice. This is called Touch. It's the new book by Claire North, who wrote a very well thought of book last year, The First 15 Lives of Harry August. And flipping through this thing, they did not include a sell sheet. But as you see, since this is a finished hardcover, the book must be coming out pretty soon. So let us have a look and see what this is all about. He tried to take my life. Instead, I took his. All right, sounds like you've got the good end of the deal so far. Let's see, it was a long time ago. I remember it was dark, and I did not see my killer until it was too late. As I died, my hand touched his. That's when the first switch took place. Suddenly, I was looking through the eyes of my killer, and I was watching myself die. Now, switching is easy. I can jump from body to body, have any life be anyone. Some people touch lives, others take them. I do both. Huh. So, sounds like a serial killer novel where the killer can bounce around and occupy other bodies and thereby avoid detection. At least that's the impression I get. Sounds like it's pretty interesting, though. Touch from Claire North. And I can't actually give you a street date on that because, like I said, no sell sheet. Here's a package from the mailroom at Macmillan Holdings, so it could be anything. Okay, this is a new book by Jeremy Robinson. It's called Mirror World, and as you see, the backwards R is visually evoking the concept of mirrors, you see. Well, anyway, this book comes out April 28th, day after my birthday, and let's see. Jeremy Robinson is a guy who does these kinds of action thrillery, sort of Michael Crichton kind of novels that have SF-nol premises, you might say, but they're generally found, you know, among the mainstream fiction shelves. If you still go to physical bookstores. Let's see, it goes like this. Jeremy Robinson takes readers into a world beyond human existence where fear is a weapon and the shadows hide the source of mankind's darkest nightmares. In Mirror World, Crazy has no memory and feels no fear. Dangerous and unpredictable, he's locked away in Safe Haven, a psychiatric hospital, where he spends the long days wondering what the outside world smells like. Well, his name is Crazy, after all. After given a chance at a life outside the psychiatric facility he has been holed up in, Crazy takes it with no hesitation, but outside the hospital, yeah, because of course that's what you're going to do to a guy in a psychiatric ward who's named Crazy. Here, go have a new life in the outside world. Crazy is faced with a fear-fueled world on the brink of nuclear annihilation and on the run from Nero, Inc., a secretive corporation with government ties with valuable information on hand. Okay, well, this sounds like it pretty much breaks the mold on silly. But who knows, could be entertaining if you're in that frame of B-movie mind. So anyway, you've got Mirror World on sale April 28th, 2015. Okay, now this is one that I'm rather excited to see, although I admit, I know some of you are probably looking at this rather generic looking kind of paranormal cover and giving it a bit of side-eye, which I can completely sympathize with. But the author here is a lady named Kay Kenyon, and I will say with no hesitation that Kay Kenyon is one of the unsung great science fiction writing talents. She does tremendous novels on a genuinely epic scale that are full of fresh ideas or fresh approaches to familiar ideas. Novels like Rift and her series called The Entire and the Roads from Pyre. She does anthropological sort of science fiction where she does her world building through societies. So really fascinating. But anyway, lately she has sort of traveled into the world of fantasy, and this is her new book, Queen of the Deep. Okay, so there's no cell sheet with this one, so I'll just read off the back. On the streets of New York, Jane Grey meets an intriguing man who claims to be the impossible, an imaginary playmate from her childhood, Prince Starling. Determined to know the truth, Jane tracks him into another realm. This is the world of the Palazzo, a magical ship which is both a colossal steam vessel and a Renaissance kingdom. Ruling over its denizens, both human and otherwise, is an exotic and dangerous queen. Jane must find her way home, but the path is hopelessly lost. Promising romance, the enigmatic Prince Starling and big-hearted crime lord Niccolo vie for Jane's heart, but she has her eye on the pilot house. Who or what guides the Palazzo, and what is the urgent secret of its endless voyage? As a shocking destination looms into view, Jane must choose both a lover and a ship's course, one that may avoid the end of all things. Okay, yeah, like you, I'm really not necessarily wild about the whole romantic angle of the thing, but I expect the unexpected every time I read Kay Kenyon, and there's usually something kind of fascinating lurking in the wings. So anyway, Queen of the Deep, now available on Amazon. HarperCollins. Hello, HarperCollins. Okay, you've already seen me talk about the arc for this one. This is The Diabolical Miss Hyde by debut author Viola Carr. See, Harper's really getting behind this writer. There's also a spiffy cell sheet and everything. But let's see what this one is all about, just to refresh our memories. Okay, so yeah, simply put, a feminist steampunk retelling of Robert Louis Stevenson's deliciously horrifying Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. We got that. The Diabolical Miss Hyde is more than just a catchy hook. What if Dr. Jekyll had a daughter with the same affliction who was a police doctor solving crimes that her alter ego might have committed? So yeah, right there, I'd say pretty much sold. Love the idea. Anyway, Viola Carr's The Diabolical Miss Hyde, and it comes out... this is like a 40-page cell sheet. Hang on, I'll find this. I will find this information. Oh, it's right here on front. Good one, dude. Okay, comes out the 10th of February. Oh, here's a big old package from Tor, and you know what? I bet it includes a replacement of whatever the hell got stolen last week, so let's dig in. Okay, so crammed into that package were three, count them, three hardcovers. Let's go through them one by one, shall we? Okay, so the first of these is Providence of Fire, a new book by Brian Staveley, which is a sequel to his novel The Emperor's Blades. And so, you know, I've been eager to get into this series, so now I get a chance to, I think. Okay, so the next of these is Greg Van Eekhout's new book, Pacific Fire. You're noticing kind of a fire theme going on here. But anyway, this is the sequel to a book of his that came in last year that I also got called California Bones. And this one is described as half crime caper, half heroic quest. Pacific Fire, that's the first book, pulls the reader into an inventive, compelling, fully textured urban fantasy world, mixing SoCal culture with magic so ingenious and convincing you can practically smell it and feel it crunch between your teeth. It had never occurred to me to crunch magic between my teeth, so that's... Anyway, this is a little pull quote from Kurt Busiek. And last but by no means least, we have another debut novel. This is book one in something called The Chronicles of Promise Pain. Pain is spelled P-A-E-N. The author is W.C. Bowers. It's titled Unbreakable, as you can see right there. Okay, so let's see. The colonists of the planet Montana are accustomed to being ignored, just kind of like our Montana. Situated in the buffer zone between two rival human empires, their world is a backwater, remote, provincial, independently minded. Even as a provisional member of the Republic of Aligned Worlds, Montana merits little consideration until it becomes the flashpoint in an impending interstellar war. In W.C. Bowers' Unbreakable, Marine Corps Lieutenant and Montanan expatriate Promise Pain of Victor Company leads RAWS, that's the Republic of Aligned Worlds, mechanized armored Thomas Wagner, take two. Leads RAW's mechanized armored infantry in an assault against pirate raids threatening to destabilize the region. Years earlier, I'm really sorry everyone, I'm practicing with my new tongue. It's like contact lenses, it takes a while to get used to it. Years earlier, Promise was driven to join the Marines after her father was killed by such a raid. Payback is sweet, but it comes at a tremendous and devastating cost. And so, let's see, meanwhile, the RAW's most bitter rival, the Lusitanian Empire, has been watching events unfold in the Montana system with interest. Their forces have been awaiting the right moment. Okay, so you get the idea. This is sort of a military SF, and it is focused on this, you know, flawed character who, I guess, through her adventures will undergo quite a few arcs of interest. So, W.C. Bowers' Unbreakable from Tor. And finally, a big old taped up boxy box from HarperCollins. Well, this is a nice note to end on, isn't it, everyone? This is Neil Gaiman's new story collection called Trigger Warning. It is subtitled Short Fictions and Disturbances. Let's have a quick read of the jacket flap. Ah, it's a very pretty edition. We each have our little triggers, things that wait for us in the dark corridors of our lives. So says Neil Gaiman in his introduction to Trigger Warning, a remarkable compendium of 25 stories and poems that explore the transformative power of imagination. So let's see, I'm just going to read through some of the contents list here. So you're making a chair, lunar labyrinth, thing about Cassandra, down to a sunless sea, the truth is a cave in the Black Mountains, which came out as its own book version, novella. All right, well, Neil fans rejoice. You have quite a bit to look forward to in this new book here, Trigger Warning by Neil Gaiman, from Morrow, William Morrow. And that is it. Pretty nice haul for the week, if I do say so. I want to say thank you to all the fine publicists and publishers who provide me. Thanks to all of you for watching. Remember, please light up the comments. Let me know which of these looks most interesting and exciting to you. And the usual thing, like if you enjoyed watching, share this video far and wide with your SFF reading friends on social media. And above all, please subscribe to get more of this kind of SF coverage from SFF180, which is almost at 1,000 subs. So let's go over the line. And until I see all of you next time, happy reading.